like a lot of the world, there's still a lot of stigma around mental health. KOSHISH ends up working with people who are in like pretty acute crisis, women often who have been homeless or can't be supported by their families anymore because they're so very ill. So they are the only space that there's actually access for mental health services in this way. KOSHISH is addressing the biology, the psychology, and then the social impacts of mental health. And so it's this kind of holistic approach. It was a story that KOSHISH shared with us about a young woman who had suicidal ideations, had some suicidal attempts before COVID, but then had stabilized and she had a job and was doing decently well. And then COVID struck and she lost her job. And because of that, spun into depression, increased suicidal ideation, and had some suicide attempts again. And that story feels really common to me as a mental health professional. Like that could happen to anyone, anywhere in the world. And she ended up at KOSHISH. And the story that I've heard again and again is just the care from the staff is so real. And this young woman really connected to the art therapy. And through that, through counseling, through this supports that KOSHISH offered her, she was able to, again, find hope, to be reminded of her inherent value and dignity as a human, that, it's not just because you have a job or not just because you overcome this one thing that you're valuable, but you're valuable just because you're a human person. And she was able to reclaim that, and her suicidal ideation, her thoughts went down. And then she was able to reintegrate into her community, and they were able to support her parents and family in supporting her. And then they have kind of ongoing phone counseling, checking in with her to make sure that she continues to be okay. And she knows that KOSHISH exists as a support for her. Just because there's a relapse, just because things get hard again, it doesn't mean that that's the end of the story. Like there's something on the other side of that hard thing too. Thank you so much for your support of MCC. Because of you, programs like KOSHISH can do the good work that they do.